Dolphins fan. Let's go! What is good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, and we are back here for another one. Big I see you. Martin.
Yes, sir.
Loss. It's the first time we're breaking down film coming off a loss, let alone, a game where we saw inaccuracies similar to some of the inaccuracies and missed opportunities we saw last year pop up on film. Listen, maybe because it was just we already went through it in real time. Again, I expected it. Was it good? No. Was it bad? It wasn't good. But I expected it to be, again, I expected it to be a lot worse. There were still it's crazy because even through all the bad, there's still some good throws in there where you're like, yo, that's a nice throw. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the first half was the difference. I don't know how you feel, but to me, I look at it as awful first half. Okay, meh, decent second half. What would you think? What would you say?
Overall, Tua just looked skittish, man, from start and basically to finish. Even on the forced fumble by Nick Bosa to really seal the game. It wasn't as.
Do you think that should have been a penalty?
What, the low hit?
Yeah. Just because based on how they've been calling it.
Yeah, but more or less, there was a low hit that they did not call against us. When Brock Purdy, he was hit low by Jalen Phillips one play and it was on a crucial third down when we got the ball back, and I was like, okay, all right, so they're letting you guys play. It felt more like a balanced no call when it comes to that low hit, but again, man, it again, from start to finish, Tua did not look like himself at all. No. And again, I think this was just a natural, domino cause and effect. When you hear that Armstead may or may not play, then he's ruled out. I can almost guarantee Tua was just stuck in his head the entire time, figuring it out man, I got to get this out a little quicker. I got to get that play out a little quicker. I got to be a little quicker on this. You literally saw a guy that had his own internal clock sped up under the assumption that the offensive line was going to look like how it did at the end of that Texans game. And lo and behold, man, the offensive line looked very, decent, at the very least decent. And they blocked extremely well for a lot of the times and we'll see it on film where Tua had, options to really, make certain throws and he didn't have to rush it. But for the most part, man, that Teron Armstead domino effect is real. And
but again,
I think it affected him the entire game.
Kind of like how the defense couldn't get off the field on key third downs. Our offensive line buckled on key third downs.
You know what? That's true too. You're right.
If you actually, because remember when I chart the plays, I do the down and distance and everything too. If you look at when those sacks or there was a lot of Nick Bosa had a lot of disruptive plays, and a lot of those sacks came on third down, other than the strip, right? They got those plays on key third downs and like on key plays. It wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like that's what hurts even more. Like, and
I tell you what, man, the details of what I saw in this film made all of the difference. Like, for instance, minor detail, where whenever you had like an overhanging offensive player next to the offensive tackle blocking Nick Bosa, 9 times out of 10 they always chip block. But for whatever reason,
but the efforts were poor, bro.
That's what I was getting to.
That one Gesicki, bro. Oh my god! And then you didn't see him for like a bunch of pass reps because clearly they took him off the field, bro. Like, dude, did you see how much we ran? 22 personnel, we ran 21 personnel, we ran 20 personnel. Ingold was out there. Bro, Gesicki on that one play with that chip block. Oh my, bro, little nudge. Little like to Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa like, what? Just like chicken wing. Correct me if I'm wrong, all he did was loop around because the two interiors had their men and were blocking. He just through the
it was like an auto stunt, basically.
Oh my god, bro.
Just little things.
Even Smythe, like Smythe would chip him right into like Shell or Little, and then he just bounce off and spin off Shell or Little, and then he's like right into his face, bro. Bro, he's an impact player, bro. Such good technique.
Yeah. No, honestly, outside of TJ Watt, Nick Bosa might be the best man-on-man pass rusher on the edge.
He's better than Myles Garrett,
in the NFL.
I think
so. I think Myles
Garrett's just a better athlete.
Precisely. He just has the best kind of attributes that you want out of a defensive
end. Nick is so fundamentally sound, bro.
He's a technician.
That made JJ so great too. Not only was JJ like a great athlete for his size, but fundamentally and technique-wise, he was so great. You know what I mean?
He beat his guy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But man,
there's one play with one arm, bro. I think it was who was it with one arm? But and when we get to it, it was one arm. Bosa just swiped both hands away and just he drove the tackle. I think it was Shell. Drove him back, swiped the hands away, and then just attacked. Like just drove at him. It was that play where I think it was that fumble.
On the first fumble, yeah.
He just drove him back, swiped with one hand, came from behind, and then what's his face came high too because Greg Little got beat too, and then he came high, and it was like a
and it was they cut him in half basically. Woo! But I'll tell you what, man. Again, we're not necessarily stating the obvious to make excuses. Honestly, this is more so emphasizing with on Tua. Stop worrying about.
Look comfortable without Armstead.
He didn't look comfortable. But again, reason I think that's a mental hurdle that he has to get over. Because Armstead is not going to be the end all be all when it comes down to it.
If Tua made throws, he like even remember last week? Shout out to G Firm. He said Tua is growing as a QB. It's a lesson rather than a loss. I pointed out during the live stream, Martin. There's that deep out to Waddle.
Right.
Right in between the soft spot of the coverage. We broke that down last week. He made that with his eyes closed. This week it's off. Like it's high. It's high and it's wide, and it's like you could tell. Like he was just the thing is what people don't believe is like he looked off before the pressure started mounting up on him from the pass rush.
Point blank period.
And then it snowballed. And then
he was. This is quintessential when a quarterback is in his own head and he just doesn't trust what. Like he got so caught up in the pass rush that he forgot to read the defense sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Which is why there are a lot of throws where he was taking extra hitch steps and he wasn't on that back step or on that back foot, just letting the ball go while he's in the motion of potentially taking a hit, but the ball still would have gotten there. With precision and timing and on target. Like he just got too caught up in, oh my God, I'm not going to have protection this game. And again, the protection was actually very decent for a large majority of the game until it wasn't. But for the most part, I
Yeah, I
think
thought the protection was better in the first half than it was in the second half.
yeah, for
That's
sure.
how
For sure.
it felt like it started coming apart in the second half a little bit. Like Bosa just the confidence was built, bro. It's the same thing as when see like the worst thing you want to do with a rookie quarterback, you either want to shake them, or as an offense, you want to get ahead like we had the chance to do with Tua, but he missed the throws. You want to get ahead, so you put the ball in their hands. The problem was, listen, we got outcoached too on many different facets.
Bring it up.
I mean,
bring it up, bro.
Let's talk about this. I mean,
bring it up.
McDaniel, look at Jimmy G goes down. What does Shanahan do? Okay, I got to go to a game plan of high percentage throws. It looks like I got to get McCaffrey going. So I can predicate off of what I'm going to do with my young quarterback, and then I just got to trust that he's going to make these high percentage throws. Bro, I brought the next gen chart up like I do every week for the passing chart. Brother, everything was in front of the sticks. Everything was in front of 10 yards. Bro, he had like 4 or 5 attempts beyond 10 yards, all right? Anyways, but that's smart. That's how you play that game. And then when you have playmakers like Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, those guys can do things if you get them the ball within 10 yards. We got the same thing. So, and I said this last year when Tua was struggling in Tennessee and Duke was screaming, feed me, feed me. Take the ball out of his hands and give him high percentage throws based off the run. Mostert was averaging 4.3. This is not making an excuse for Tua. This is saying what we should have done to give us the best opportunity to win the game because a heavy passing offense clearly wasn't working yesterday with Tua. And you gotta know when to. What do you gotta know? You gotta know when to show them, or you gotta know when to fold them, right? And he got stubborn and he got away. Listen, even if we would have won that game, brother, that game was never out of hand where we should only be running the ball 8 times a game. Even if we would have won the game, I'd be saying the same thing of where's running the football. Because here's another thing, and let's factor in. Man, after setting Twitter ablaze with the article where, guys, I'll be having Tyler Dunn, who wrote that article, on Thursday for y'all.
Oh, for Raheem Mostert.
Yeah, for Raheem Mostert. Bro, those guys got something to give him the football.
Right.
Give him the football. And he looked like he wanted it, man. And I brought up to you, Martin, and I brought up yesterday. The other thing about running the football. Martin, I said to you.
The clock.
The clock. And you're like, damn, that's a good point, right? That's a good point. We became an enemy of the clock because one of the biggest parts of our offense is to keep the clock running. The ball doesn't touch the turf. When he's throwing all these incompletions,
time stops. Yeah.
That times and that's kind of what is that kind of doing? That's kind of nullifying one of the reasons why we pass the way we do. So run the football.
Again, like how you just laid out, McDaniel got outcoached by Kyle Shanahan in that game when it comes to the obvious, right? Play calling. And again, running the football has been an issue for us these last couple games. I don't know what's going on. And I don't know, maybe Mike McDaniel overly, like he gave that front seven of the 49ers with Eric Armstead, Bosa, Greenlaw, and Warner a little bit too much credit to try to really, put it to him when it comes to the run game, because it looked like he abandoned it to test out that secondary who has maybe like one guy like Jimmy Ward.
I know Dolphin fans don't know what this looks like, but when you have elite linebackers like that, if you do not keep them honest to the run game, they're just going to sit back, and their natural instinct is going to be to drop into coverage.
Exactly.
How much were they buck dropping? How much were they buck dropping?
Damn near every down. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, I give the 49ers linebacking core this year or however much they've been playing together enough credit to say that this is the best linebacking core that they've had since Navarro Bowman and Patrick Willis. Yeah, that's the type of linebackers that they have with the 49ers right now. And Mike McDaniel respected that, but at the same time, you still have to test the beast. You still have to say, even though I see that you guys are elite, I am going to run the ball directly in your direction, and if you stop it, you stop it. But again, for us to completely give them the benefit of the doubt and put the ball into his hands, which we clearly saw he was all based off of, from what we can see, he was in his own head because Teron Armstead was not out there blocking, and he had PTSD from that Texans game. And you can't do that and let's be fair with Tua again. He's been having an amazing season. There's no doubt about it. Mm-hmm. But there's still certain mental hurdles that a young quarterback has to kind of break through. One of them for Tua is getting over the fact that everything won't be, in your, like, for you. You know what I mean? As far as Armstead or sometimes Waddle might be out or whatever it might be.
Well, we were also up against the unicorn of a pass rusher.
But again, if you double team Bosa the right way, I think he's nullified in that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I believe so. I mean, but they never did.
But Robert Jones, there's a whiff Robert Jones had. Like Connor Williams was really the only one who didn't whiff in pass pro. Really, when you you look at it, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
He's our best lineman, bro. Outside of Toronto.
Yeah, like it's just the realization is, what are we going back to? Even Shell, who we've been really impressed with when he stepped in, he struggled against Joey.
But like you just said, bro, Nick Bosa is like, you talk about an absolute technician. Yeah, bro. He's that dude. He's that dude, bro. Period.
Yeah, man. He does all the little things to make himself great. So whatever, though. It is what it is, man. Tua had throws in that first half where he needed to make them. So let's get into them, bro. Let's break them down. Yeah. We got about 36 plays, I think. Right?
36 attempts.
So we got 36 dropbacks because they're sacks. Oh,
just was not locked in today. That's what I put at the end of this one. Just was not locked in.
See, you know why I'm not worried too? Because the greatness outweighs the negativity. Like, this is do you realize this is his second loss in the last 18 games? Remember, he went 8-1 to finish last season. He's gone 8-1. Well, he's got 8-1 basically.
8-1.
Game started and finished.
Right, because technically he's 8-2, considering he started that Bengals game, but he was knocked out before the half.
The start of
the
yeah. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like, come on, man. Like,
what does that tell you?
He's gonna get back to winning, and this until this shows me it's a pattern or a trend. It's a
get
it out of the way now. Right. Now get it out of the way. All right, because we got a playoff run coming. Get it out of the way. And you know what? Like I said, we win the next 2 games. No one is going to think about this loss because we win the next 2 games. We're back at the top, and no one's going to be worried about a loss to the 49ers in week 13 if we go and beat the Chargers and the Bills both in prime time statement games. Stop.
Say that.
Right? So let's be real. You know what I mean? So, I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. Someone in the comments that said to me, reason not everyone's from the hood, they don't know what keeping it a buck means. That's
funny.
All right. Okay.
Well, keep it 100. Be transparent. Be real with yourself.
Exactly. All right. So this is the first play of the game. Arguably the best play of the game. Might as well get it over with now.
One of the most accurate passes of the game.
Yeah, might as well get it out now, right? So split back, shotgun look for Miami, 1x2 receiver set, 20 personnel. 49ers cover 2. Hill, he's gonna motion, and then basically what you're going to see is Hufanga and Ward are going to bail with Hill's wheel thanks to his eyes, which opens the space for him to hit Sherfield, who runs that slant, makes the catch, and takes a brilliant angle to split and over pursuing Deshaun Gibson and Fred Warner underneath for that touchdown. Woo!
That's the Tyreek Hill effect. That's the Tyreek Hill effect. Is it Hufanga?
Yeah,
the safety clearly respected that motion, clearly respected that get off. And said, I don't care what's going on inside. We got to stop this guy.
Yeah, he drew Ward and Hufanga right there, right?
I mean, that's just the Tyreek Hill effect. Tua read it, got the ball out quickly, precisely in the space, exactly, and Scherf revenge game. Revenge game for Scherf.
Bro, I was like, these boys are about to lay the lumber today, and then
but hindsight 2020
talking right there. You see? I know you noticed when you watched the 22. Watch.
Oh, by the helmet,
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, look. Okay. I will say this too, as far as one caveat and one negative.
Okay.
We might have scored too soon, and let me explain why. Tua Tagovailoa has made it a habit, a good habit, by the way, to take the first drive of the football game and methodically run through the script. Bam, 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 which eventually allows him to settle down, and now he has full control of his arm, full control of the tempo, the rhythm, the timing. That first drive is normally the foundation of what's going to happen moving forward. I believe when we scored so soon right here, it was a huge play, but at the same time I was like, that might have been too soon. That might because I know Tua. I know he wants to, get that first drive out the way, get the first 15 out the way, so he can understand. Okay, I'm playing now. So that was the only caveat about this touchdown. It was a great play by Sherfield.
That's a good point. That's a good point, especially when you got a rhythmic passer, right? That first drive really is how you get them in a rhythm.
It's crucial.
And shout out to the man in the yellow jacket who never flinched every time something happened in the end zone. Right? Did you notice that? Hey, every time something happened in the end zone, this man never flinched.
They paid for that because some lunatic might jump onto the field.
Bro, he didn't flinch, bro.
I get it. I get it.
So San Fran responds with a field goal, makes it 7-3, 1st and 10. Split back, shotgun look again for Miami. 20 personnel, 1x2 set again as well. And this is going to be a cover 2, shifting to cover 6, a 4-2. Post snap for San Francisco. Hill's going to motion this time all the way to the other side. That's the wrinkle. And play action to it, throws it back shoulder like Hill is supposed to run an out or a comeback. And it's almost jumped by Lenore, the former prospect out of Oregon. Hill ran a similar wheel route on that first route, on that first play there, but this play is just flipped with his full motion and wheel to the other side as the wrinkle. It looks like a miscommunication. It looks like Tua clearly thought he was running something else. Could be an option route,
right?
But he threw it like a comeback or an out route. You know what I mean? And it almost got jumped too.
And usually, as far as when Tua as a quarterback, when you're operating at that high level, pre-snap order of operation, usually Tua, when you feel like you're frozen, like you don't know what type of throw to make, you still have a guy at the safety net running right underneath you in in-goal, where that's supposed to be. As soon as you freeze and you can't make a decision, you immediately get off of that, and then you just dump it off. Simple. So this is just another play to where he just has to just stay committed to the process, stay committed to your reads.
And what's crazy is they gave him a similar look later on, but I think, but this time Hill ran a comeback. No, Hill ran something over the middle of the field. It was like a spot route or something like that. And they gave him the flats, and he got like 9 yards instead of taking the flats. So it worked, but this looks like just a miscommunication. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he was hesitant. He didn't know what was going on, really. He just threw it in.
And he talked about in the post game that there was some miscommunication and stuff. So.
Yep.
And then you did see that a couple times actually throughout the film. 3rd and 6 after a 4-yard Raheem Mostert run. You got trips bunched to the right, 1 receiver split to the left, 2 in the gun. I believe that is Wilson Jr. to his left. It's 11 personnel either way. Cover 6, 2-4 for the 49ers. And Smythe. See this, eh? Look at bro,
that man took his shot.
Damn.
Damn.
Let's break this down here. It's Mostert. Yeah, it's Mostert. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
what okay, so what happens here is basically Smythe is gonna try to help out on Bosa, but instead Bosa's gonna spin off him, and Shell is gonna spin right off of him and by Shell through the B gap and right for Tua. He's trying to layer his throw over Warner to Sherfield here on that deep dig across the middle, but Warner happens to get a hand on it. So look at Tua's mechanics and follow through here. Bosa's free lane clearly impacts his throw when you watch it. Watch this. Watch his follow through. Watch. Smythe is going to chip him into a spin off right through the gap, and you see he turns away. You really notice it in the God view here, right? And Warner got the hand on the layer throw there. We've seen him make that layer throw routinely too, but anyways, watch. Look at him.
Yeah.
See, he's spinning away. He's turning around. He knew that was coming. He almost made the throw anyways. He almost made the throw. He almost made the throw, but look at, they just dropped back. They just dropped it and boom.
Damn, hey, Tua got hit that play. But I don't know. I don't know why the offensive line and the coaches have not figured it out, that because this happened last week with Austin Jackson, where there was a legitimate chip block by Sherfield that forced a defensive end all the way across, and he's
so bad. This is
but as a tackle, you have to feel the inside.
No, Smythe. It's not Smythe's fault.
Smythe did his job. Yes, Smythe did his job.
It's bad because Shell didn't do his job.
Exactly.
Think about it, because look at watch. Here, I'll show you. Watch. Just watch him spin off of it. Look at right through.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And look at, you could tell. Look at how he hits it. Look at how Shell goes into his block. He doesn't even square him up and drive him clean, right? Look at him. It's just look at he's already off base. His base is off, and he's screwed. He took a bad angle. He took the angle behind Smythe. He didn't anticipate. He's like you said, he didn't feel for it. He didn't anticipate the chip, sending him inside, and then look at he goes too wide.
Shell passed that. He passed that like there wasn't going to be a chip block. That's what happened.
Bro, he was going to arc him. He kicked out like he kicked out like he was going to arc him, bro.
And what I'm saying is there was the same miscommunication last week with Austin Jackson and Sherfield. And again, whoever the offensive line coach is for these tackles, and I know we got the tight end coach that we took to San Francisco. They have to meet. They have to talk about this with their guys, so there's a clear understanding that, look, in this particular formation, on this particular type of play, my tight end will chip that defensive end, so do not have your offensive tackle pass setting when he should be stealing the inside. That's it. That's it.
Agreed.
So just a miss, man.
Bro, and look at, I just want to highlight Fred Warner, guys, because this is what happened. I remember a couple of years ago, you remember when I hated on the Baker extension, and Dolphin fans were trying to call me compare him to like Fred Warner and Darius Leonard. Look at this.
Exactly.
I want to show you when he throws this. Just look at the effort here. Look at
at full extension. Yeah.
This is the only one who's managed to get a hand on it. Every time he's been able to layer it over. And you just watch the hips on him. Just watch his hips on this play when he drops back. Look at the hips, clean hips. Look at that, man. That's just so clean, bro.
This is so Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman 2.0. Period.
Look at. It's just, look at hips open to the man he takes to the outside. You're right. And then he flips them back because he's switching to the inside on the dig. Oh my God.
He took the coaching, man.
And the instincts, right? He knew the dig was coming without seeing it. He anticipated the dig. Look.
Yeah, exactly.
That's instincts. That's anticipation. That's what we don't have, man.
He's familiar with the film. He's familiar with the offense, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do. Hey, real quick though, Reason, on this play in particular, if they would have gotten this block and given Tua that extra second and a half, I think there was still a shot to make with Tyreek Hill one-on-one with Fonda if Tua, read it the right way. Because when you see that one, you know what the saying is, bro. He's even, he's leaving. And I'm telling you right now, I think Tua if that pressure did not really bear down on him so quickly, I think he would have gathered himself and
You're
probably
talking about
took that shot.
was it a fly route up the seam?
A seam go.
Yeah,
And
right
he
there.
ran right up to the safety.
Right up there. Yeah.
Zone coverage, out of there. I think he would have thrown that football. That Bosa missed block kind of rattled all process of elimination.
I think what's crazy is he almost dropped this in the bucket, but I think this was shit. I gotta layer it. I gotta get it out. Like, you know what I mean? I don't think it was. This is. Right. I think you're right. I think he would have looked this off because he would have seen Warner, but he's like, I gotta layer it. I gotta layer it because it's coming.
Tough break by Tua, man. This dude took an absolute shot on this play, bro.
Yeah.
And Bosa's a clean. He's not dirty, but this dude is nasty when it comes to just finishing the job, bro. So and Tua felt every bit of that hit.
And that was a 3 and out.
Exactly.
So now it's 10-7 after Purdy comes in and leads the 49ers to a touchdown. Can you believe it? It's 2nd and 3 after I believe it's 2nd and 3 right after a Wilson run. It's split back, shotgun look, 21 personnel, 2 wide receivers to the left. Hill is going to motion to the right and cover 6-2-4 for San Francisco. And Tua's going to look off Waddle's dig because of the initial jam contact. Then Wilson's swing route moves out to his right and has Waddle wide open with nothing but green ahead of him. And overshot him by a mile, bro. I think this was a potential touchdown, and I'm going to tell you why.
I see it too.
you know, we've been seeing, and what's frustrating is we've been seeing Tua making plays and throws on the move lately. What you look right here is Hill took the safety with him. All right. And look at it. Oh, buddy. Look at this. Look at this. All you need is one block right here. And guess what? Hill's already engaging. That means Waddle would have scribbed that problem. That is to the house. So that's the first missed touchdown. And I was talking about this on the live stream. This is the Waddle miss. Man, you got we've seen him make this play on the move lately. Not like it was there, brother.
And what was that the stuff going on in the backfield to have Tua not really see that Hill was about to pop open right there? It's like he kind of forced himself to do the look off for that was a bad miss, man. It's like he forced himself to look off of Tyreek Hill, but again with Hufanga is a very aggressive safety. Tua mentioned this when he was talking about Hufanga during the week. He reminds him of Troy Polamalu. Troy Polamalu takes a lot of risk, meaning he might not get that play. You literally have 2
touchdowns on this play, Martin. You got Hill over the top, and if you miss that, you literally got Waddle underneath and Hill just makes the block up top, and he's gone. You literally have 2 touchdowns on this throw, and Tua didn't make one of them.
Yeah. The first one, you just have to make a better read, and the second one right there, you just have to make a better throw.
Got happy feet in the pocket, brother.
Yeah, just 2 negatives on that.
Look, all you got to do is, you see it here, just step up and reset your feet, man. All you do is step up right there.
Right.
Reset. You're clean, brother. Exactly. You're clean, man. Trust the protection, dude. Come on.
He didn't. Not this game. He was in his own head this game.
Oh, 3rd and 7 now. 2 touchdown throws on one play. Literally, the first read, the deep read, the vertical read, and then the underneath read. Take your pick. The vertical opens up the underneath. Or the vertical's just gone. Like, literally. Oh, that sucks.
I know.
Hufanga was looking to get cooked, eh?
He was being greedy. His eyes was in the backfield the entire time.
Yeah.
Should have taken advantage of that. But
yeah. 3rd and 7 now. 2 in the gun, empty backfield, 2x3 set. Cover 2 for the Niners. They're going to drop into more of a Tampa 2 look, though, with the Warner's going to buck drop. And Tua is going to have a window to hit Waddle on his out, but he's going to overtouch the football and he's going to one-hop it right there. Overthought this with the defender. Yeah, I can tell you exactly why he one-hopped this too. Overthought it again, man. That's what Martin's saying. He's in his head. He overthought this because if you watch Hill at the top of the screen, the defender's going to play inside Hill's route. So he's going to overthink this, being like, okay, I got to overtouch this because this man has the inside and I don't want him to break on the out. And there you go. There's your result. It's a one-hopper.
And I also mentioned that I think Tua rushed this. You know, when you see his footwork, it was like, you know, and then get it out instead of it just being get the snap, get to your back step, and then let it go. Like it was a lot of, like I said, skittish play early on in this game. Bro.
And that was and brother, another punt.
Yep. Get off the field, like Ray Lewis says.
Oddly, a lot of 3-and-outs, right? Split back, shotgun look, 21 personnel, 2 wide receivers to the left. We're gonna see Hill motion there. Cloud, it's a cover 4, Cloud 3-1 for San Fran. Play action. Tua, he's gonna target Waddle on the dig. It's a touch behind, but it goes through Waddle's hands, and he doesn't make a play on it. You know, the thing is, he also had Connor here on the post if he anticipates it earlier, too.
I just believe
that's Tanner Connor, right? That's Tanner Connor, right? Look at this team. Look at him. He's gone. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. He has him on the post all day, bro. Look at that. What do you want? Look at that. Missed him.
You see that defender right there, though. You know, he kind of broke off late.
But if you look at the anticipation to the release, look at the space.
Bro. Yeah. Probably hit him on the seam right now.
Yeah.
And again, the timing.
Look at this.
The timing was off. The rhythm was off. Tua was very much so off this game. And if I was Tua, I wouldn't even necessarily held the ball that long. Because again, you
that's
see,
why you're worried about the safety. Watch this as I do it in slow motion for Tanner Connor with the safety, okay? Just watch the safety. Okay? Watch. I'm just going to do this like slow motion. All right? I'll stop it every few. Watch the safety. His hips are open. He's bailing towards the corner. Okay?
Yeah, put on his chest.
Now you're at the top of your drop. Now you're doing a little hitch and it's out. Bro, there's nothing fucking stopping you from making that throw, bro. Drive that football. He's there. Look at the guy who picked it up was laid on the other side of the field. Look at who picked up the post over the middle, bro. It's is that Javarius Ward? Look at it, Javarius Ward.
The corner.
Yeah, on the other side.
And there's also even an opportunity again as soon as he gets off that play. Actually, you can do it from the God view too.
But he made a good hold on. He layered it here. He just again didn't make a good enough throw, and this is a throw we've been seeing him make week in, week out.
This is again another.
Proof is off.
He was just off today, and in this one, I think it would have been best to get it in that first window instead of lobbing it over into the second window. You'll see it perfectly right here. As soon as you flip your head, boom. Your foot's in the ground, and it's in between those two linebackers right there. Yeah. And I think if Tua really just, you know, was confident in that what he saw on defense and in that route, and he had Waddle a couple times, man. It's just a matter of, you know, he just wasn't in it today, man, for whatever reason. Not sure what happened.
All right. Let's get back to it here. Yeah, I just, you know, it happens. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what I mean? He was off. We've seen him make that throw all year, brother. All year.
8 times out of 10.
You know? All right. Going on 2nd and 10 now. 2 in the gun. Wilson Jr. to his right. 21 personnel, 1x2 receiver set. Cover 2 for the Niners initially. But Cedric Wilson Jr.'s motion is going to send the 49ers into a cloud 3-1 look. And here you go. Tua is going to make a dime throw here to Smythe on the post route in the middle of the triangle coverage. And he takes a big hit from Tashawn Gibson, but holds on for the 19-yard gain and, more importantly, a first down. But Like you look at this throw here, like if I freeze frame it, like this thing's a freaking dime.
That throw that he made was supposed to be the throw he's supposed to make the play
Here.
before. You know what I mean?
This is exactly what I just said. What I was stressing he should have made. Right? Comes back and makes the throw.
Put it on him, Tua.
Oh.
Put it on him, Tua.
You must have heard it in the headset.
Good job. That was a hell of a
Look
throw,
at the
man.
head. I love the head.
Right. Look, oh my. See. Now, okay. Now this type of throw right here, this play right here,
look at the head. Oof.
Let you know that Tua can play. Tua can do it. He fitted in between, like we said, the two linebackers, and just before that safety. That's the perfect spot, right in that triangle. That's the perfect spot to lay that football, and he can do it. The only issue was today in this game, I mean, he was just so in his head, I think, about this pass rush and about the lack of potential protection that he thought he wasn't going to get. And it plagued him the entire game. So, just rough, man.
I think I brought that back a sec here. We already done
a couple plays further. Mm-hmm.
Panicky feet. I hate to see it.
Couple plays.
Yeah.
One more play.
That's right. This next one. All right. Yeah. Yeah. This is the play we just ran over, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I just wanted to take a look at it. I was trying to bring it back because I just love his mechanics in the pocket here when you watch it from this view.
Right.
You know, you just watch his head on the swivel, feet reset, make the throw, perfect throw.
Boom.
Yeah, like it.
He can do it, man. He can do it. It's just, hey, man, get out of it. You know, just do it.
All right, next play, 1st and 10, 2 in the gun. Wilson to his left, 20 personnel, 2-by-1 receiver set, cover 4 for San Francisco. Tua, he's just going to hit Ingold in the hands on his wheel route, but he's going to flat out drop a potential 8 to 9 yard gain or bigger if he plows through that defender there. Tough one, but you know what? It kind of lit a fire under Ingold after this because you saw him starting to make plays after this. You know what I mean? So in the run game and in the pass game after that. So
I'm still more so thinking about how what's this his first interception? No. What play is this? That was play 8?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah. That was the play I wanted to put it on Ingold, Alec Ingold. If again, you have to know your target, you have to know what he's capable of. As good of a player as Alec Ingold is, blocking, etc., he has questionable hands.
Yeah.
And we've seen that multiple times throughout the year. Yeah. As a player, Tua, you know that's one of your targets. Hey, know what he's capable of. Put that on his chest, and then let's see what happens. You know.
Yeah. All right, 2nd and 10 now. 2 in the gun. Wilson Jr. to his right, 2-by-1 receiver set, 11 personnel, cover 6-4-2 for the 49ers. Hill's motion is going to send them into a cover 2. 2 is going to take him on his wheel route up the right sideline, and it's a back shoulder throw that Hill adjusts to and makes a beautiful catch off of. Beautiful placement and catch. See, casuals are going to say this is a bad throw, right? Casuals are going to say that. But inside shoulder throw leaves it open for a play to Jimmy Ward. So this is an 18-yard pickup and a first down. You have to back shoulder this throw because when you watch Jimmy taking him inside, he can make a play on that. You got to go back shoulder. Good catch, good adjustment, big ball, big time play by Hill there.
Yeah, this was a good play all around. Tua got the ball in his vicinity. Obviously, people would say, well, he should have made it easier on Tyreek. Look, get the ball in that guy's vicinity, he'll make the play for you. That's what it basically came down to. So, good play.
I mean, that guy was coming full speed on the inside shoulder, man. All he's got to do is turn and look, and it's a disaster. So that's why he put it where he put it, right? All right, 2nd and 10. After a Mostert run, it went nowhere. This is a doubles 2x2 receiver set as Ingold motions into the backfield with 2 in the gun. 10 personnel. Cover 2 for the Niners, but Warner's going to buck drop into a Tampa 2. 2 is going to make a beautiful layered throw to Hill here on his post, and Warner's there to slow him down thanks to his buck drop. They took away the space with that buck drop. You see all that space that would have been there if he didn't buck? Ton of space, man. And Tua tried to manipulate Warner to his right towards Waddle, but he flipped his hips so quick and made up the ground. Like, absolutely elite. You watch the head here, and he tries to manipulate him to Waddle, but he can't move him off the landmark, right? Look, he's trying to manipulate him. He didn't buy it. See, look,
that's perfect. That's perfect. He uses eyes very well on this play, and he froze the players. Exactly, and he froze those defensive players exactly at the right moment for him to go ahead and fire that football right there in between that defense. So, hey, great play.
And guess what? Over and out stretch linebacker this time, Greenlaw. First and 10 after I believe that is what, first and 10 now. It's a split back look for Miami. 20 personnel, 1x2 receiver set. 49ers are going to roll into a cover 3 look post snap because Hill is going to motion to the left there. And 2 is just going to take Ingold on the flat route underneath, and he tries to leap a defender here. Whoop! Tried. Almost.
That was a design play to get the ball in Ingold's hand. Yeah. You can see everybody blocking downfield pretty much immediately for him.
6-yard gain.
Yeah, I like that. Get Ingold the football, man. He's a football player.
All right, Mostert has a 4-yard run that picked up the first down, so now it's first and 10 again. 2 under center. Mostert's the single back. 20 personnel, 1x2 receiver set. 49ers are going to switch from cover 6 to quarters. And Ingold is going to motion to the right. 2 is going to take him in the flat for a quick gain of 7. Good block by Mostert on Ebicom there, too, if you see it.
And right read, right throw by Tua as well.
Yeah, and these are the rhythm throws.
But that's the type of block that you have to put on guys like Nick Bosa. Yeah. Because again, if you whip on that block, and we're gonna see it down the line in this film, every time they whipped on that block, he made an impact play that changed
he made you pay
the outcome of the game. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. 2nd and 3 now. I formation for Miami, 20 personnel, 2x1 receiver set. 49ers in a cloud 3-1 look, but we'll roll to cover 2. Ingold's going to whiff on the chip right there. And Bosa, who's then chase down Tua, he takes Ingold in the flat again for a 2-yard gain. And could you see, Tua wanted Sherfield on that corner, but Bosa took it away because he bared down on him.
I think Tua missed one. I think Tua missed one on this. I think Tua missed one on this only because you're saying Sherfield, but from my vantage point, when you go to the God view, I think Tua was more so looking at Hill in that flat.
Here it looks like he's looking at Sherfield right here.
Right. But that, like, okay. So again, we'll get to the God view right here, right?
We'll go right here.
When it comes to that play action, you know, Tua's play action is superb. As soon as he flips his head, boom, he's looking. When you see
his head's on
coming
Sherfield,
open,
brother. His head's on Sherfield right now.
Yeah, and again, when you see it coming open, as soon as you flip your head around, you cannot hesitate on that play. I think Tua missed one right there with Sherfield. Boom! As soon as you see it coming up, throw the ball. Like don't even. You see Hill has his defender in the flat. That means you have that corner area in the front pylon.
You gotta hit that,
man. You got just let it go, man. Just let it go. Give your player
a guy and let it fly.
Let it fly. Exactly. He's there for you.
But that's the impact that Bosa did.
You think Bosa kind of disturbed?
I think he was gonna bootleg and make that throw. Look at how close. Look at. Watch. Bosa's there right away.
But I would have attempted that throw. I would have attempted that throw.
You can't reset.
Right. No. But it's not supposed to be a reset. You're supposed to throw it on the run.
Right there.
Yeah, I would just let it go. Exactly. I would have just let it go. Period. Put it in that front pylon vicinity and let your guy make a play.
But if Bosa's not there, you can reset and drive that, man.
True. That's true too. That's true too. And honestly, reason is would you consider that one another way we can describe that whiff block on Nick Bosa? That kind of you know. Okay.
But he got 97 bearing down on you, and he's already made an impact. We're 14-yard game plays in, and he's already made an impact on you. 14 passes. Yeah, anyways, right. Third and 1 now. 2 under center. Wilson Jr. is a single back. 21 personnel, 1-by-1 receiver set. Smythe is going to motion in line from the left.
This was a big play
for San Fran, who will again change their look post snap. This time to a cloud 1-3. Again, what did I say when we started? Right, we talked about the line. This is a 3rd and 1 now. Remember, right? Wilson Jr. is going to blow his block, and Tua is sacked by Bosa and Omahenu, who blew by Little wide. 8-yard loss. Dolphins settle for a field goal, 10-10 instead of. Look at there's 2 misses here. Wilson's going to miss, and Little's going to miss. Right? Look at.
And the crazy part about this is, and I'm glad you're on the dot view right here.
Little got him out wide, but then he gave up. And then he gave up.
I think the key block was that Wilson block for Bosa, only because Wilson when you see the God view here, if he gets that block to a reset and it's Waddle right in that window, you see him looking for it. If Nick Bosa is on the ground because of a good block, I think Tua hits Waddle right in that window in the middle.
But again, then what did they do? They tried to chip him with Ingold, and then you set the block.
Right.
Come on,
it's a whiff. That's a whiff, man.
But I think it's actually kind of a whiff on the call too. Do you let me ask you this? Are you a fan of sending 2 running backs
to block a world class pass? No, no. I rather have Durham Smythe and Alex Ingold in different, like they need to reverse roles right there. Yeah, Smythe needs to be on the right, Ingold needs to be on the left.
Or you need, brother, if you're using Wilson, I need Wilson chipping and Ingold blocking, bro. Like, look at
that's right. Great point.
Look at what they have Ingold doing. Point. Look at Ingold's chip. It's just a little chip, man.
Chicken wing.
If
they make that block, Tua hits Waddle immediately because he was looking at Waddle. He was looking at, and it's wide open.
You notice notice we're not, and look, and then he does his thing, and not only just the field goal. Notice how we're not seeing a lot of Gesicki too in a game like this.
I wonder why.
Notice how Gesicki comes irrelevant in a game where blocking matters.
All
right.
Jeez, man.
After a 49ers 3-and-out, keeps it 10-10. It's split back shotgun look for Miami. 20 personnel. 1-by-2 receiver set. Cover 2 for San Francisco. Sherfield. He's going to motion. Ingold's going to whiff on Bosa. Tua's mechanics are affected. His follow through, and he overthrows Waddle in the deep out. We've seen him make routinely this year, including last week. So Bosa impacting again.
This is frustrating. Well, and again, I'm not sure why it's this difficult, but you don't even have to like chip block him. Just get a body in front of this man. That's all. Even if you get ragdoll, just get in his way. Because if Tua has a split second more on most of these throws, I think he does not whiff.
No,
I think he does not rush.
Look at this.
I think he stands in there strong and he makes that throw to Waddle right there across the field. But I don't know, man. I don't know. You cannot allow a world-class pass rusher like that to just have any type of free release like that. Basically, because that wasn't a block.
I agree. All right, doubles. It's a 2-by-2 doubles look for the Dolphins. 2 in the gun. Ingold to his left. We got 20 personnel. 49ers going to drop into quarters post snap from cover 2. Greenlaw gets caught flat-footed, releasing Wilson Jr. to second level on his wheel route. No help over the top. And this is another missed touchdown. Tua went a little too far outside shoulder for Wilson Jr. to make the adjustment, and it's incomplete. Again,
now
he gets released to that second level with no help over the top, and it's just too far outside shoulder by Tua, just a little too much touch. And he made this same throw to Waddle against the Lions, remember?
Yes, and to be fair, a running back running this type of route is not going to be the same as a wide receiver running this type of route. Normally, on the wheel route,
they can't adjust like that.
And if you, real quick, reason, if you can go to the field view for me, right? When it comes to the wheel routes, normally on a wheel route, your receiver is not supposed to be hugging the numbers. More so, he's supposed to be hugging the sideline, right?
Yeah.
Normally. So when it comes to Tua's operation of your running back has a wheel route, he's throwing it in a vicinity where it's more towards the sideline than it is the numbers. Now, again, Jeff Wilson is not necessarily known for his route running.
That's what I mean.
He's known for running the football.
That's what I mean by outside shoulder, people, is what Martin's explaining to you guys.
Yeah, I think that's why this ball went just a hair, to the outside, because normally those wheel routes are hugging the sideline more than the number. And Jeff Wilson ran that wheel route like he was going up the field on the number.
And really, you didn't have to jump. You just turn your head towards the outside and adjust your route a little bit, and you just run underneath.
But he's not a real wide receiver.
Oh no, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, he's not like J.D. McKissick. You know what I mean? He's not that good.
Or McCaffrey or someone like that.
Or McCaffrey, exactly.
No,
so it was just it didn't work that play. But that's a touchdown. You complete that pass, he's going full speed.
That's 24-10. So now between the play where they had 2 touchdowns on it, either Waddle or Hill, and that, we should be up 24-10 right now.
And to be honest, even when we kicked that field goal on that Joey Bosa, or I keep calling him Joey, man, Nick Bosa, he had that sack when we were inside the red zone. If he doesn't get that sack and Tua actually throws that ball to Waddle,
31-10.
You're talking. Well, instead of a field goal, you get a touchdown, which is 4 more.
No,
I'm
talking about what's happening right now. We've got 2 legitimate touchdown misses. So I'm saying
we had 2 legit touchdown misses.
This game could be completely out of hand right now with our defense in the driver's seat with a rookie quarterback, and now you got them in the position where they have to take McCaffrey out of the game. They can't run it because they're down by multiple scores already.
And then we revert to running the football.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a domino effect, man.
So that was a big mess.
Nick Bosa literally wrecked the entire game, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real with you.
All right, 3rd and 10 now, 2 in the gun. Wilson Jr. to his left, single receiver to the left, trips right. And it's 11 personnel for Miami. San Fran shows quarters, but they're going to bail to a cover 3 look just before the snap. Tua is going to recognize Craycraft's curl, leads to the defender taking away his inside shoulder. So he throws it outside shoulder to the sideline. Again, no adjustment from Craycraft. This is all about chemistry and timing right here, man. This is all what this is about.
I don't think Craycraft is even a throw here, man. I think when you see who you have on the inside slot, Tyreek Hill, right?
Tyreek Hill. Hold on, I wasn't done, bro. Listen.
Go ahead, brother.
Both are off here with Craycraft and Tua, because if you look at one thing I want to show, if you look at how early Tua threw it, he's expecting him to break out towards the sideline. It's a miscommunication. Now, he had Tyreek all day on the crosser route.
Yes.
The linebacker is late to react and buck drop into coverage, but Tua was locked in on River Craycraft. If you watch the linebacker up here, he's going to buck drop late.
Because he did a bluff blitz.
Yeah, he bluffed, and he's like, oh, crap, boom, and you had it, man. And as a quarterback, you see the line of scrimmage is crowded. Tyreek Hill is running an over route. Yeah. There's certain routes you just have to eliminate. You have to eliminate certain routes. If there's a slant or a crosser over the middle and you see that box is stacked up on the line of scrimmage, you
already know where to go.
You know where you're going.
Just hit your back foot and let it rip. Yeah. So that was a miss by
overthinking and
Tua.
make himself tougher, and on top of it, you miscommunicate with the receiver too.
Exactly. It was a bad rep by Tua on this one, man.
Yeah, it was.
His eyes were in the wrong place, and that affected everything else.
Yeah, and that forced us to punt again. So, and it's still 10-10. See, that's what sucked. We were getting chances to roll away with this.
The defense was hanging in there, you know. Like the way Brock Purdy played.
It wasn't until the second half when we needed them to make key third down stops when it was 22-17 that they started making the play.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's still 10-10, and the Dolphins have the ball now after an Xavier Howard interception. Tua's under center. Mostert, the single back. Ingold, you see motioning there. 2 receivers to the right. 21 personnel for Miami here. 49ers are going to shift from cover 2 to a cloud 3-1. And Tua, he's going to step up and drop a dime off his back foot to Craycraft, who turns his post into like a hook route. It's like a choice or an option route or something. Impressive throw with the linebacker right off Craycraft's right shoulder there, too.
The throw was impressive. The throw was impressive. What was not impressive, in my opinion, was just the evident hesitation. There's just so much,
bro.
It's so much
look at all the room to step up, and you got 2 bodies. Look at all that room to just step up and drive the football, but instead, off the back foot, makes it harder on himself. Still delivers a dime. That's impressive. Warner and coverage, but still, bro, you made this harder on yourself when you didn't need to. The pocket's there to just step up and drive through, man. And
just a lot of hesitation on that.
Still a crazy throw when you think about
it. Look at Warner. Look at Warner. Damn.
Yeah, how'd I miss that? Yeah.
Damn, I can't believe that.
Yeah. Crazy throw.
Yeah, but there was too much hesitation on that play.
But you made it harder on yourself.
Yeah. A ton of hesitation.
Yeah. 2nd and 8 after a Mostert 2-yard run. Split back shotgun look for Miami, 1-by-1 receiver set. We got 21 personnel. It's a 3-1 cover 4 for San Francisco. Play action. Tua's going to have Tyreek on the deep dig, and he's just flat out off. It's too high for Tyreek. Man, this is a throw he's made all year, bro. Again.
Yeah.
Again.
The window was there. He just, I don't know, just missed. Step up right there. Window. Just floor it right down the middle of the field.
This is the stuff he was missing last year, remember?
Yeah, exactly. This game was reminiscent of last year. This game kind of looked like he was reverting back to poor Tua. You know what I mean?
he's off.
We weren't used to that this year. So,
all right. At least we have an understanding of what his floor may be. Even still,
I know, right?
295 yards and 2 touchdowns. All right.
By the way, real quick, technically, man, Tua is supposed to have 5 consecutive 300-yard games, bro. When you look back at all these games, including this one against the 49ers.
The throws we pointed out he's missed today, this guy could have had a over 400.
Like a 400-yard game, yeah. At least 350, but definitely 400 yards.
And he would have had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, man.
If you would have thrown for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 picks, no one would have cared about the 2 picks.
Front runner.
Runner, baby.
MVP, number 1 seed.
Let's go.
But again,
that's what it is. Now you got. Let's go do it. Let's minus the interceptions. Let's go light up the Chargers and the Bills. All right. No Von Miller, but no Khalil Mack, right?
Oh, is Khalil Mack playing?
Is Khalil Mack? Is he healthy? Are they?
I think so. It's Joey. Both that's been out.
It's Joey. That's out. Yeah. All right. Okay. So we're good either way. All right. Let's go. 3rd and 8 now. 2 in the gun. Moser to his left. I know J.C. Jackson's obviously out too. So they're pretty beat up.
They are, man.
3rd and 8 now, and no Von Miller the week after. 3rd and 8 now. 2 in the gun. Moser to his left. 2-by-1 receiver set. 11 personnel. Cover 1 press man for the 49ers. Another one. Motions
the bad way.
To the right side. Greenlaw travels there. Gesicki gives a piss poor effort. Doesn't even phase Bosa, who loops up the A gap for the easy sack to bring up fourth down. Unreal. This guy nudges him again. What did I say? A key third down. Misfire. Look at this. Look at the effort from Gesicki, bro. Look at this. I want you to see this. Watch this. Ready? Your sound effect. What is that, bro?
Hey, look. Let me just say this too, because we're criticizing everyone else, offensive line, et cetera. I'll give this one to TUA too. When you see again, they're crowding the line of scrimmage again. One high safety, Sherfield, and you can see it from the field view. Sherfield he's the boundary wide receiver all the way at the bottom, and he has a go route. Cover one, man free, and you have a go route. You take that shot. Even if it's third down, you take that shot when they're all at the line of scrimmage. That's a big play waiting to happen. Tua has to know this though. He has to eliminate certain routes and get into his drop step and just set his feet and make the throw. Again. I think he was just in his head too much, bro. He might have just been in his head too much. And again, this is bad blocking. I get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, bad blocking is negated when the ball gets out of your hands quick. And on that play, I think he could have and probably should have taken that shot with Sherfield just because the coverage dictated it. So,
all right, I'll give you guys one guess if Gesicki's back out there right now. After the 49ers scored on the next drive to make it 17-10 heading into the half and then came out, stalled on their drive to start the second half. Here's the Dolphins' first drive of the second half. They have the ball now. 2 in the gun, motion to his left, 21 personnel. 2, I got in brackets, Gesicki benched. 2 wide receivers stacked to the left. 49ers show cover 2, but will roll into cover 4, 3-1 with the hill motion. Ebicom's going to come off the left side untouched. Tua avoids it, moves up in the pocket, delivers a strike on the comeback route.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at the block right here, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the center. Look at Connor Williams and Alec Ingold. The blocking on this play is comical, and they literally just run into each other, and Tua has just be an athlete, be an athlete, and just fire the football.
Delivers a comeback.
That was a hell of a play by Tua, man. Great poise by Tua on that play, because his blocking did not help him whatsoever. And that was a personal foul, roughing the passer.
Yeah, that was a roughing the passer too. So he gained another 15 on top of it, man. This is when we thought we were gonna put it together, right?
Right, exactly.
Love Tua standing firm and delivering on that play. So now after a false start by Robert Jones, followed by a
phantom hole.
Hold on.
Jeez, I'm sorry, man. I was upset after that play, bro.
After a false start by Robert Jones, followed by an 18-yard Mostert run that's nullified by
a phantom hole
on Robert Hunt. The Dolphins, check this out. You ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins are at the San Francisco 43 when right now, after that 18-yard Mostert run, they should be at the 15-yard line.
Thanks, refs. Appreciate that.
So, it's 11 personnel for Miami. 2 is in the gun.
25.
Wilson Jr. to his right. 2-by-1 receiver set. You're going to see Sherfield in motion from the left. Quarters for the 49ers. Wilson Jr. is going to slip as he's the route targeted by Tua, while Robert Hunt gets dominated by Arik Armstead, who swipes away Hunt's hands and disrupts the throw. You're going to see it right here. He's going to disrupt the throw. He's going to cause Tua to be falling away as well. He's making the throw. Easy pick for Jimmy Ward. Tua's first interception in 193 attempts.
That's ridiculous.
What's terrible here, I got you, If he anticipates the break, he's got Tyreek here.
He has either Tyreek
On the
or
post.
that wheeling route with Trent Sherfield. One of the two. But he cannot hesitate.
You couldn't hesitate because the pressure wasn't going to allow you to make the throw after they made their breaks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But he look, 1st and 25. Look, ball. Get the ball out your hand.
I'm taking that.
Get it out your hand.
I'm taking that post. To be kind of honest with you, I'm surprised he doesn't look Hills way more often, especially when he's struggling. I'm surprised he doesn't look Hills way more often. Like players like
he'll make plays for him.
Well. Yeah, exactly. Like it actually shocks me, bro. Usually quarterbacks will go to that guy. You know what I mean? Anyways,
that's true.
49ers, I've noticed that 49ers get a field goal off of the interception. They make it 20-10. So now 2 is in the gun. Moser to his right, 12 personnel, 2x1 receiver set for Miami. It's Cloud 3-1 for San Fran. Moster's going to motion to his right. 2 is going to bootleg to his left, and he's going to toss Hill's speed out. Look at it's high and behind him, and interception. If you look at it, Tyreek basically turned it into the tip drill.
I know.
You know, and this is
he wasn't expecting that bad of a throw.
Yeah, second interception on the second consecutive to a throw. And now guess what? The 49ers get another field goal. It's now 23-17.
It's 23-10.
Oh yeah, 23-10.
23-10. And I just put down when it rains, it pours, because this is what happens with Tua.
Get your umbrellas
and
out.
This is what I may get rain on it. Look, but this is what happens. This is what happens with Tua, and this is what Mike McDaniel has been just feverishly trying to coach out of him. Forget about the play before. Move on to the next play. Move on to the next play. Concentrate on this play. Look
at what Antoine Robinson says on Rich Eisen's show. Fred Warner said they didn't expect the Dolphins to run the ball, so they focused on dropping deep into coverage.
That's insane. So they already knew. McDaniel wasn't going to run the football because he just doesn't run the football.
So basically, out-coached because you played right into their hands.
Wow. That's tough.
And D'Amico Ryans is one of the best young defensive minds in the NFL right now.
He knows what he's doing. It's not even a debate.
All right.
He knows what he's doing.
Let's get back to it. 2 in the gun. Wilson Jr. to his left. 11 personnel. 2x1 receiver set. Waddle is going to motion. Cover 4 by the 49ers. Play action with Tua. Going to bootleg to his left. He's going to take Hill on the drag for the quick 7-yard gain. Just try to get some rhythm back, Martin.
I know. And again,
high percentage throws, baby.
I don't mind it at all. It's been a struggle this whole time. Look, just get him back into his comfort zone, get him back into some type of confidence.
And it works. It seems to work, right? Like they start to do it, it seems to work, right? So now it's 2nd and 3. You got 2 in the gun. Wilson to his left, 11 personnel, 1x2 set. With Hills going to motion out of the stack on the right to the left. Cover 2 for the Niners, who will shift to cover 6 post snap 4-2. And 2 is going to hit Waddle on the slant for a 9-yard gain in the first down. Again, rhythm throws, get the feeling back under him. You know what I mean? Let him go, baby.
And Waddle is obviously hurt, man. Like he is. There's just something
not right.
He has to heal up before this Buffalo game, bro. Straight up. Yeah. We need him in Buffalo.
The playoff run. We need him for the playoff run.
Absolutely.
First and 15 now after Sherfield has a false start. 2 in the gun. Wilson Jr. to his right. It is 11 personnel, 1x2 set, and Sherfield is going to motion and make it a stack on the right. Quarters for the Niners. Play action. 2 is going to hit Tyreek on the comeback for a nice 19-yard chunk and a first down. And what I like here is when you watch here is Tua kept Greenlaw disciplined with his eyes with Craycraft's dig, and then bam, he's going to deliver the strike. Look, it keeps him disciplined. Boom, ball out. Look at that.
Got him.
Love it. Love it.
Absolute strike right
Still
there, man.
see, like, even this is why Tua is a starter in the NFL. And this is why this is an off day. You're still seeing how many times have we still pointed out flashes of things we've liked in this game, even through bad stuff?
Right.
So
literally from start to finish, he was in his head. He was skittish, but there were still certain throws and certain plays. You're like, that's it. Yeah. And it's just about reeling them off, man. So
Dolphins, empty set, 2 in the gun, quarters again for the Niners. I'm gonna pause it before we play it through. The anticipation on Tua on this throw. I'm gonna pause it when he starts making the throw. Ready?
Right there.
Look at the anticipation.
Okay, yeah.
Look at the anticipation of this. Okay, so now let's go play by play. So what you're gonna see is the safety Hufanga 29 there. He's gonna bail to be over top of Sherfield's dig. This is going to open up the middle of the field for Tyreek's post as Javius Ward is going to give total inside leverage to Hill, expecting help, while Gibson is playing his side of the field deep. The post splits the defenders. Tua drops a dime, 45 yards for a touchdown. I mean, it just worked, man. You're splitting defenders. You're doing everything right on this play. Look at that dig. Look at Sherfield drawing everything with that dig.
And Tua read it perfectly.
Look at earlier we were talking about how much Hufanga was respecting Hill. Now he's straight up disrespecting Hill, but saying, "I'll take Sherfield's dig over top." Woo! All day. And Gibson, because of the responsibilities to the other side of the field, he's got to play over top there. So
Hufanga, like I said earlier, he is an aggressive safety, meaning if he feels and he sees that there's a route about to break open underneath, he just bites it, right?
Yeah.
And Tua just read it perfectly. He felt that Hufanga was going to do exactly that, launched it. Chef Curry with the wrist, man. Chef Curry with the wrist. That was perfect.
This actually makes it 23-17.
Yes.
What a dime. Look at that thing. Oh, right in stride. And I love Tyreek. Bro. I love Tyreek. There's work to be done. No celebration. I love it. All right. Still 23-17 because the 49ers are now punted with just under 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 3 after a 7-yard Mostert run. 2 in the gun. Mostert to his left, 11 personnel for Miami. 1 receiver to the left, 2 stacked to the right. Hill motions. Niners are going to shift into quarters. 2 is going to take Smythe in the flat route for 2 yards, 1 yard short of the first down. I know we're going to see it soon, but what did you think when you're watching the tape? Because we're going to get to it soon. There's not much to talk about on this play. What did you think when that play we're about to come up to soon, where they freaking that trip stacked to the right? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, we hadn't ran that formation all year, and they had trips right, and they stacked everyone. Did you know what I'm talking about?
I got to see that. I don't know which one you're talking about. Oh, okay. I got to see that. Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 1.
But
go ahead.
Right here, I think it's important to identify, a great player when we see one on film, bro. Dre Greenlaw, ladies and gentlemen, as much as they've been hyping up Fred Warner, all do, he has earned it. Dre Greenlaw is one of the best linebackers in this league, point blank, period. Instincts, sideline to sideline speed, and he's nasty. He hits you. And honestly, bro, in this fourth quarter, he was probably their best player in this fourth quarter, bro.
Yeah. I don't talk about me and I had Eric Crocker on. I don't know if you saw my Saturday show, Eric Crocker.
Yeah.
We talked about Dre Greenlaw, bro.
He's the real deal.
He is, man.
He's the real deal, bro.
Both him and Fred Warner are elite, and Al-Shaziz Shahir is good too, bro. Their second level is good. This is what a good second level can do for you. 3rd and 1 now, 2 in the because he has that big play. I think it's coming up where he takes a really good angle on Hill and takes him out of bounds. 3rd and 1 now, 2 in the gun. Smythe is going to motion in the backfield to his left. You got trips bunch right, one receiver split left, cover 6, 2-4 for San Francisco. Tua is going to hit Sherfield on the deep out. Good placement where only Sherfield can make the play. As Ward is outside the numbers, Sherfield, I mean, it ends up not being, but dude, he throws this to a spot where Sherfield avoids contact and Ward can't make a play on the ball. I thought this was a catch when they showed the broadcast view because it looked like his hand was underneath it. This was reversed. So this brings up 4th and 1. Your thoughts? Because remember they showed the broadcast view where you saw from the front. I don't know if you remember that. And it was, it was money. It looked like it was right on a point where Sherfield got his hand underneath it, and I guess he didn't. I don't know if you remember that play, Martin, where that call got reversed. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but if you looked at we're getting the back view, but if we would have got the frontal view of it, which we did on the broadcast, it looked like Sherfield got his hand underneath it. So they reversed it, and that brought up 4th and 1.
I think that was a play where Sherf kind of
where Tua had it. Tua threw it on the deep out, and he put it in a spot where Sherfield would avoid contact or play on the ball by Darius Ward. And it looked like he had it, man. The front broadcast view looked like he had his hand underneath it, but then they reversed it.
Yeah, because the DB got his hand in there late. No, normally on that type of catch, I prefer my wide receivers to go full underneath scoop cuff for that football to make sure that it's completely secure. And but that's just that was just the luck we had this game, man. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. I agree. All right, 4th and 1 now. Split back look in the shotgun for Miami. 22 personnel. Tyreek, the lone wide receiver to the left. Cover 2 man for San Francisco. And it's play action. You're going to see a play action here. And Tua's going to have options. He's either going to have Ingold in the flat, or he's going to have Hill, who's also open on a spot route for 9 yards in the first down, and that's what he takes. And Hill even loses it. Remember we talked about earlier that he had the flat option, or he had the option outside to Hill, and he took Hill and didn't make it happen this time. He turned away the easy one. Yeah,
great decision, though, man.
Can I show you though? Can I show you something though? I don't know if you had this in your notes, but I got this in the notes. If this isn't 4th and 1, I'm testing Gesicki on that wheel up the left side because he gets released, and it would be an interesting shot. I'll run it back for you to watch here. And he's gonna get released up the left side. Here, let me run
at the top of the screen, right?
Yeah, watch up the top of the screen. But it's 4th and 1. You can't take the shot. Look at one-on-one matchup where he's either got to take the flat or he's got to take that. If you bootleg that and you draw him to the flat, you can just dump it over top and Gesicki's gone. But
I was about to say I don't respect Gesicki's speed as much as other people do.
You know what I mean? Like it's like a big play. It's like a 30-yard gain, right?
30 plus, big play. Yeah. But he definitely would have got hot then before he crossed that plane.
Now, if that was 3rd and 1 and you're in 4th down territory, I'd take that shot.
Take that shot, exactly. I'll do the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a Tyreek.
Okay.
Peace.
Tyreek. Interesting thing. All right, 2 in the gun. Moser to his left, 11 personnel for Miami. 2 receivers stacked to the right. Craycraft is to his left. Niners are going to drop into quarters. Cedric Wilson is going to motion. It's going to be a play action. And then Tua, he's going to take Craycraft up the seam for a quick 11 yards.
What a grab.
Tanner Connor who? Who's the real white boy? Who's the real white boy?
Hey, shout out to Craycraft for doing the little kettle at the end.
Craycraft reminds me of, he said that was respected. Craycraft reminds me of Wes Welker.
That's why Wes Welker brought him in.
I agree.
Honestly, that's his project for sure.
You ain't lying, bro. All right, want to see some great blocking from wide receivers? Watch the bottom of your screen. 2 in the gun. Mozart will motion to his right in the backfield. 1x3 receiver set. 11 personnel quarters for San Francisco. And it's going to be a screen to Hill on the right side. Great blocking down there. 9-yard gain. Good blocking, man. Good blocking. There you go.
Great play. That's what you need. Shout out to Gesicki for actually like getting in there, man.
Shout out to Michael.
Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, I don't know about
Good job, man.
All right, this is it. Look at that triple stack. Look at
okay. I did not see this. I did not know this.
I haven't seen us run this yet, and we sell. We're selling run heavy, really, right?
This is like the Mighty Ducks flying V.
I love it.
Flying V.
If you chopped one of the wings off. All right, 1st and 10 after an 8-yard Mostert run converts after the Hill screen. Mostert the single back, 2 under center, 21 personnel, trip stack to the right. Because look at Ingold's the bottom guy in that stack. Niners are going to roll into cover 3 post snap after Ingold's going to motion. I know, eh? I want to see them use this more often. And look what they do. Fake toss to that strong side. Tua's going to bootleg back to his left, and the cell allows him to hit Hill on the drag because Drake Jackson sold out on the play action. But look at the angle, Drake. This is what I was talking about. Remember how we were just praising Drake Greenlaw? Look at the angle Drake Greenlaw takes to save a potential bigger play here on the drag. Look at he keeps up and takes a good angle.
Sideline to sideline, bro.
Look at it. That's Tyreek Hill. That's no slacker, man.
I know. Sideline to sideline, bro. He takes no plays off, ladies and gentlemen.
Him and Fred Warner are unbelievable, man. Navarro Bowman and Patrick Willis.
And Patrick Willis, easily. Yeah.
And they've been blessed with they've been blessed with linebackers since Patrick Willis, bro. Like Chris Borland was even good there.
Right.
Yeah. You know?
I retired after 1 year, bro. Let the league in tackles retire.
Yeah. Set him out. All right, 3rd and 2 after a 5-yard Mostert run. You're going to see Hill. He's going to motion to the left, make a double on each side. 2 in the gun, Mostert to his left, 10 personnel. 49ers cover 2, go to cover 6. And that, you can see what he was doing. He was targeting Hill on his dig route here. But it's bad at the line. But Drake Jackson, the kid from USC, makes a play. He was also. It's even more impressive. It's even more impressive when you watch it here because he's being double teamed and he still bats it down. You got impressive. But let me ask you this. Let's go back to the field view. I got a question for you. Was this even a good throw? Because look at the safety bearing down and looking like he wants to bite. As soon as Tua, as soon as he releases the football, he's already starting to break. There's no batted down. He's already starting to break on that route. Was that a good throw? Look at how close he got. He took the inside. It looked like Tayshaun Gibson was gonna try and undercut that route.
Honestly, I think per the play design and how the defense kind of played it, I think the best throw to make in this situation would have been Raheem Mostert in the flats, because of how the receivers essentially created an automatic rub route when you look at it right there.
Yeah, right.
So like as soon as you see that right there, when there's a little bit of confusion with the linebackers, just toss it over and take what they give you and then let them rock. So I would have thought that would have been the best.
You get your first down right now.
Yeah.
Right, there's your first down. There's your first down. Missed the first down. All right. Anyways. All right. So now, I wouldn't even have thrown that dig anyways. I agree with you 110%, man. 110%. It's right there for you. Didn't even look off. Didn't even check it off, though. Anyways. All right. 4th and 2 now. Jeff Wilson motions into the backfield there. You got double stacks formation, 11 personnel with 2 in the gun. 49ers show quarters. Tua is going to make the right read and throw to Gesicki on the speed out beyond the sticks. And he tries to make the catch with his helmet, but it's ruled incomplete, and that's a turnover on downs. Now, I actually want to defend Gesicki here. I'm going to pause it here. It looks like Gesicki is trying to pin it to his helmet, and then watch this: shin, elbow are down. Watch. Ball is by his head. Look, he's still trying to pin it. Still trying to pin it. I don't know, man. Like
it's a difficult play to overturn.
Because if your shin and elbow are down, then you don't have to control out of bounds.
It's a difficult play to overturn only because you clearly saw the ball moving after he was out of bounds. But again, my issue with that play in particular, right? Yeah. And if you can, please go back to the field view. My issue with this play is it's 4th down to it. 23-17. You need this, right? There is no reads really for a 4th down play. If you ask me, there is no read.
This is the throw. If you actually look at how it's turning out, that's the throw you got to make.
He made the right read. My only issue was that he tried to read instead of saying there is no other throw to make but this one because of the matchup. Now, anytime you see a linebacker on Mike Gesicki, just know by the time you hit your back foot, that ball got to be gone. That, in my opinion, I thought it was like a hair too late. And you can't be a hair too late on a 4th down when you also have a matchup nightmare. It's just small things. It's small details that once he gets a full grasp of, it's over, essentially. And he still, look, and I give to all the credit in the world, man. He's made astonishing strides this season, but you can clearly see there's still certain things that he has to kind of refine and grow into, bro. So it's a plus regardless.
All right, just when you think it can't get any worse, it's 26-17 now after another San Francisco field goal. 2 in the gun, Wilson Jr. to his left, 11 personnel. Hold on. Are we on that? Yeah, this is
last play.
Yeah, this isn't the Gesicki throw. Sorry. 2 in the gun. Wilson is that I think that's Mostert, sorry, to his right. You got Mostert to his right, 11 personnel, 1 wide receiver to his left. You got 2 receivers stacked to the right. 49ers going to drop into cover 3 post snap. Bosa is going to drive Shell out wide, and with one hand is going to swipe Shell's hands away and gets inside and hits Tua low from behind, while Smythe's chip on Ibukam does nothing, and he gets off Little's piss poor block with ease to hit Tua high. Fumble returned by Dre Greenlaw for the nail in the coffin. Warner and Greenlaw showed in this game how important a solid second level can really be. But if you look at it here, I mean, look at it. Little, look at this piss poor block by Little.
Oh my goodness. Like origami folded, bro. Like this is that was a bad hit. That was a bad hit, man. Yeah. And again,
steps up. It's not driven back. Look at Robert Jones getting driven back. Shell, because he's arced so wide, just has to go basically horizontal. What does he have to go? He's got to go laterally, and he's there. You know what I mean? Everyone just got beat there. Look at that, man. Oh my god.
Just the worst time to have your worst rep as an offensive line. Period. So, but I also want to say this too. Tight ends coach, offensive line coaches, they got to have a meeting, because every time these guys chip blocked at the line of scrimmage on Bosa, it was almost the equivalent of when you play Mario Kart and you get the star.
Yeah,
it was like every time you hit him, you gave him the star, attribute. And he was like, it was bad, man. They need to learn the technique of the chip block. And from the tight end to the offensive tackle, that chip block means you have to seal him in a confined space, and that did not happen this game, man. It was poorly executed when it came to how do you contain a world-class pass rusher, and they failed miserably on that. So, rough film to watch, but there's still positives in there that we can say, okay, there's small things to clean up, and I think we will.
Hey, man, and you know what? What a perfect chance to clean it up then. 2 chances in primetime against the Chargers and against the Bills because, like I said, bro, we win the next 2 games. We're back atop the AFC East. We're probably back at either in the 1 or 2 seed. We're not worrying about this loss to the San Francisco 49ers. You know, it is what it is. I want people to understand, though, that as bad as Tua was in the first half, not only offensively, but defensively, there were a lot more things that went wrong than just Tua on Sunday.
Absolutely.
Right? So now, like we showed, Tua had 2 big throws to Waddle and Wilson that he missed early on that could have had this game at, like, you know, not, even if they would have settled for that field goal on that Bosa sack drive, still would have been up 24-10. Still would have been in a position where, you know, our defense is in the lead, and then they got to put the ball in Purdy's hands a little bit more, and then we can run the football. But, you know, when you see that Fred Warner expected us to pass, and then you see, you know, you could tell they just were not respecting our run. They weren't honest to our run, and we got to start. We need balance to this offense, bro. Like anything in life, you know, the darkness needs the light, just like the light needs the darkness, man. You need balance, and we need balance to this offense. We need this run game. I mean, you went out and got Jeff Wilson for a reason, no?
If I was Mike McDaniels, I'll make it an obvious point, and I'll just run the football.
Yeah.
Like in that 15 script play that they're potentially going to have in the first drive, 11 of those plays should be runs.
Yeah.
11. Just to emphasize, we will be running the football moving forward. Because the disparity between passes and run for these last couple of games,
even if we win, it's unacceptable. Pretty much
the whole season.
Even when you win, it's unacceptable, man. You gotta because especially when you get to the playoffs, man, you want to have you want the tape to show that these defenses need to be honest too, and that you're balanced, man.
Exactly.
You know? So I mean, you know, we didn't. Anyways, it is what it is. All right, guys, I'm gonna be back tomorrow night with Ball Game and Richmond Webb. We'll talk a little bit more about this game, but then we'll be transitioning into the Chargers game. Then Thursday, guys, I'll be having that special interview with Tyler Dunn from Go Long. He's the one who dropped that 2-piece interview, so that 2-piece article on Tua Tagovailoa, where Raheem Mostert, you know, made those little slides and gave them chalkboard material. And then we'll be live reacting on Sunday night and have a post-game show late night, Phinside After Dark post-game show on Sunday after the game. So, man, Martin, hopefully next week we're back here breaking down a win. Until next time, as always, appreciate you, Martin. Fins up all day, every day. And, guys, I will see all y'all tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Peace, man.